Hello everyone! This is going to be a short video where we talk about a couple of logical operations that we haven't covered quite yet. But before we do that, let's give a quick refresh of what we have seen so far. So we can say something like, is 3 less than 10? And remember that the way Matlab represents true is with this logical value 1, called a Boolean. We could say, is 3 greater than or equal to 10? That's going to return 0 for false. To check equality, I could say something like, is 4 equal to 4? That's going to be true. And in previous videos, we saw a bunch of examples where we could do this kind of with vectors as well. Now, maybe just as important as checking when things are equal, maybe checking when they're not equal, or maybe we want to be able to do that as well. So in general, how we negate things in Matlab is going to be with this tilde symbol. And the way I can get it is by pressing Shift and then above the Tab key on my keyboard, there's a dash and then the twiddle above it. So for instance, I could say tilde, or maybe let's do it like this first. I can say 2 tilde equals, so 2 not equal to 4. Now think about this. This is going to return true if 2 is not equal to 4, and false if 2 is equal to 4. So because 2 is not equal to 4, that's a true statement, and we see that it returns 1. If I try 2 not equal to 2, that returns false. So like I mentioned, in general, this tilde is going to be how we negate statements. So for instance, if I wanted to say, is 2 not less than 4, I can put the tilde outside of the grouping like this. So not 2 less than 4. So think of this as, well, 2 is less than 4, that's true. And this is saying, is it not true that 2 is less than 4? So this should return false. Another important thing we might want to do is connect multiple statements. So maybe we want 2 statements to be true at the same time, or maybe just one of them. So for instance, I can say 2 less than 4. And the way we say and in Matlab is we do double ampersand. So and 2 greater than 10, for instance. So this is saying, is 2 less than 4 and 2 greater than 10? So think about what this should return. And it's false, because while 2 is less than 4, 2 is not greater than 10. So we would need both of these things to be true for it to return true. Another example, so we could say 2 less than 4 and is 2 less than 10. So 2 less than 4 is true, 2 less than 10 is true, so we return 1. So that's and. What about or? So the way we do or, so let's say 2 less than 4, and we do 2 of these bars. So for me, the way I can get this is by pressing Shift and then the backslash key, which is above return. So 2 less than 4 or 2 greater than 10. And we can see that this statement is true, because for or, we just need at least one of them to be true. So we can say 2 less than 4 is true. So it doesn't matter what this next statement is. We already have one that's true. I could have both of them true. So I could have 2 less than 4 or let's say 3 less than 10. These are both true. So it's going to return 1. Or I could do something like 2 greater than 5 or 3 greater than 10. So both of these are false. So it's going to return false. So quick video, I think this is where I want to end it. So just a recap of what we've done. We've talked about how do we make negative statements in Matlab. It's with this twiddle. We've talked about and in Matlab, and we've talked about or. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.